Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 16. It is our last module for the class and it does end early. You do not get an extra weekend for this module. It does end on a Wednesday, so just keep that in mind as you are planning the last few things to get done. This module is going to be open at the same time as Module 15, and so you do have a little bit of extra time to finish these assignments, but you're just looking at the two final assignments in the class. You have a final review quiz and then you have a final reflection essay. And these kind of follow after the revision assignment. So what you'll want to do first is do a little bit of review from the class. All of these readings were ones that we covered throughout the semester that you had quizzes on. And so you want to make sure that you're taking a look at them. It's a good idea to do a good review session of everything that you've learned this semester, but it's kind of up to you whether you want to do that first or attempt the quiz first. The quiz does allow unlimited attempts and records the highest score, just like we have for all of our quizzes. However, there are more points or more questions worth more points. So it will take you a little bit longer to complete, which is why it's probably a good idea to do a little bit of a review session first before attempting the quiz. So once you've done that, then you're all set to finish up the class with our final reflection essay. This final reflection essay is very similar to if you did something like this in Comp 1. We're looking at the same kind of writing. So you're about 3 paragraphs, just reflecting on the semester. Your main goal is to just think overall, how well did you do? Did you meet your goals for this semester? We had a beginning semester email and a midpoint reflection where we looked at goals for the semester. So kind of look back on that. A lot of students choose to either do that or kind of what they've improved on the most as sort of a thesis for the essay or like a central controlling idea. However, you do not need to set this essay up as a formal essay. I am not expecting like a 5-paragraph essay. Some students do write it that way, however. I would highly recommend some MLA formatting, at the very least double spacing, because it makes it easier to read. But you're putting it in paragraph form, and that's important to remember. So introduction, just kind of overview of the semester, whether or not you met your goals, and then body paragraphs or 2, really covering on what you improved on, what you need to still work on. What goals did you meet or not meet? Is there a decision you'd rather have made differently? What did you do your best work on, your worst work on? What did you learn from revising? And what's the most important aspect of the class you'll use in the future? This last question, a lot of students will take and sort of make a conclusion with their answer to this, because it just kind of reflects and looks forward. And so typically that this last question or last 2 questions kind of fits in the last paragraph. So the main thing I want you to remember for this essay is that it's not a formal essay like the other essays that we've done in this class. Mainly if you answer the questions and it's not in the form of a bulleted list and it's readable, so there's not any major issues with the information that you're giving me, you're going to get your full points for it. It is not, I don't grade it. I'm not going to go through and go, correct all of your grammar, things like that. It's mainly, did you put the content in there? Did you do it? Then you get your points for it. So just kind of keep that in mind as you are filling out this final reflection. That's sort of the expectation of, and if you have any questions about it, you can always send me an email. But generally, whatever students come up with is fine as long as you give it a good proofread and you've answered all the questions, but not like a bulleted or numbered list. The last thing in here is the end of course survey. It is the same as the midpoint survey, so you do get extra credit for it, and it is anonymous as well. And so just take a minute to give some feedback on the class, and if you have any suggestions for how the class might have been improved, you could definitely include that if you want to. Otherwise, if you have questions, feel free to send me an email, and have a great week.